Good morning, everybody. We are going to do a rounding off mathematics lesson, and most of you did it already in year two, so it's not a strange thing for you. Before I start, I just need to apologize. I'm recording this lesson from my home, and I've got some some doggy friends. So if you hear a bark at the background, just ignore it. Try to explain to them I'm teaching math is a difficult thing. Okay. But first before I jump into the lesson, you guys all received the sweeties like this in your parcels. And if you can see, they say it's got 50 units. So when I went to the shop to buy these, I had to think for myself, okay, you guys are 16 in the class. So if I give each one 2, that will be 32. And if I give each one a third one, that will be 32 plus 15 is 47. Okay, I need to buy a packet of 50. Okay, and that is where rounding off comes in. During this lockdown period, your dad might have made something with wood and he had to buy nails. And if he calculated and saw that he needed 27 nails, he can't go to a hardware store and say, I want to buy 27 nails. He has to buy a packet either of 50 or maybe 30. And that's why we teach you guys rounding off. So rounding off is something that happens all around us all the time. We just don't say, okay, we're going to round off now. We just do it automatically. And that's how well you guys must be able to do it at the end. Okay. Now, on the videos that I will send you after this lesson, you need to have a look. It's basically two different methods that they use, and I'm going to explain it quickly. If I've got, for instance, the number 27, and I need to round it off to the nearest tens, you can go about two ways. The one important thing you guys need to remember is every number in the whole universe we can find on a number line. So if we have a number line like this, I need to know, okay, when I'm looking at the number 27, where will I start and where will I end? I'm not going to write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way till 27. Because what if I have the number 1027? You can't make a number line like that. So we narrow it down a little bit and we say, okay, we're going to put 20 over there and we're going to skip counting in tens. So 20 and 30. Because I know 27 I will find between 20 and 30. The next step, that's the first step, and these two we call the benchmarks. I need to know between which two tens they are falling because we're working with tens. Now the next step that I'm going to do is I have to find my midway. Now the midway mark will be 25, and I'm sure all of you guys know where to find 25. It's in the middle of 20 and 30. Now I have to locate 27. So there will be 26, 27, 28, 29. Sorry, my calibrations is a bit skew here. So there I will find 27. So if I have to round off 27 to the nearest 10, closest to which one can you guys see the 27 is? Yes, closer to 30. So that's why I can say 27 rounded off to the nearest 10 will be 30. Let's take another one quickly. Say for instance, I'm taking the number, I'm just going to leave that midway mark there so we don't have to redo that. There we go. And I have the number 153, for instance. The reason why I picked that one is so you can see I can ask you to round numbers off to the nearest tens, but there might be hundreds involved. All right, so you need to zoom in onto that digit, and I'm only going to focus on him first. Round off to the nearest 10. So I have to know, and some of you still have a problem, to remember that the 5 is my tens. Now the first thing I need to do is to find the benchmarks for those two numbers. So between which two tens will 153 fall? So it will be, the 100 just comes along because it's not part of, it's part of the answer, yes, but it's not necessary to think about it because we're focusing on the tens. And the next 10 will be 160. So what will be my midway? 155. Cool. Now we find the two benchmarks. We find the midway. Now I need to sort out where can I find, that's 151, 152, 153, 154. So there I will find 153. So again, I'm asking you, if I round off to the nearest tens, is it closer to 150 or 160? And you will see on one of the videos, is like if I take this and I could roll a marble or the number, okay, which one has the shortest way to go? This one only need to drop down this way, and this needs to drop all the way to reach the 60. So this one is the rounding of 153 will be 150. Okay, that's one way of doing it. Sorry, there you can hear the doggies on the background. Okay, but then there's another way. This part we included for you guys. But then there's another way. Actually, there's 3 ways. Let me quickly show you this one. I can also say, I'm going to look at a mountain. Now, if I want to round off the number, let's say 46 to the nearest 10. Again, I have my benchmarks. It's 40 and 50. Now, imagine the midway is 45. Okay, I have to find 46. Now, if I can tell you a story, imagine this is Walvis Bay and this is Swakopmund, and I'm driving with my little car. Okay, I'm not going to use your names, but let's say John is driving with his car and is on his way to do something in Swakopmund. And just there, his car broke down. Do you think he would rather go ask someone to just pull it in to Swakopmund, or all the way over the mountain back to Walvis Bay? Now, we can actually talk about the sand dune in our case. All right, yes, of course, you would rather go down there. So that's another way of thinking, I'm closer to 50. If I have 49, there's 49. So if my car breaks down there, I'm almost at Swakop, so let me just continue. If my car breaks down at 43, I'm closer to Walvis Bay, so why not go back to Walvis Bay? So you will see I have a picture of a mountain in your little booklet as well, as another way of helping you guys. Okay, then there are behind the, or let me rather put it this way, you will first find the instructions and the layout of the week in your math booklet. And then you will see there are 2 papers. The one tells you, talking about babies and bullies. Okay, so they say, if you have a number, okay, which number didn't we use yet? Let's see, 64. Okay, if I ask you to round this off to the nearest 10, the first thing I need to do is, which one is my 10? And that is super important. If you guys don't know which one to be rounded off, you don't know where to start. Okay, you will never have to round off units because there's nothing to help you unless later on we get to decimals. Then we have tens behind the comma to help us, but let's skip that for now. We will get to that part later. All right, so that is super important. Now, to remind you and to make sort of an association, how you can remember this is when you phone the tow-in truck on our sand dune picture of previously. You have to say, listen, I'm so-and-so, I'm John. My car broke down. Please come and help me. And you put down the phone. Oh dear. Nobody's coming because first of all, they don't know which car you're driving. And secondly, they have no idea where you are. So you have to say, I'm driving a red, boys, what do you like? Maserati or Bugatti? One of those. And you will say, I'm more or less um, close to Long Beach. I'm on the left-hand side of the road, or any indication that the tow-in truck will find you easier. So this is what's happening here. I need to know which digit need to be rounded off. So circle that digit. But remember, he's the one with the problem. Okay, if you got a flat tire in your car, you can't help yourself. So the next step is you're going to look at the helper. You're going to see which one is the digit behind me. Behind, okay? Not in front, behind. Because if I'm driving, the person behind me can actually see, wait a minute, this car in front of me has got a problem. He's pulling off and he's got his hazards on and the guy is jumping out, or there's smoke coming from the bonnet. So I need to help this guy. But the person in front, say for instance, I've got a 100 in front, that person's not going to look back. He's just driving. Yes, people need to look in their rear view mirrors, but that's not the point. Okay, so this guy is going to help me. Now we are zooming in. I forget for a moment the 6. We are going to look at this unit, the digit 4. Now in your notes you will see I will ask, is this one a baby? That means, is it a 0, a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4? Okay, and babies are small, so I'm going back, I'm small. All right, so if the helper, this unit is a baby, this one is going to stay 60. But let's change this number quickly. Sorry, I don't have all the nice tools I have in my class. Let's say 68. This is the helper, the one behind my tens. Remember, although I round off the tens, I'm going to focus on my helper. Now I'm going to say, okay, but is he maybe a bully? Okay, now bullies are always these big guys and trying to tell you what to do. So, if that unit is a 5, a 6, a 7, a 8, or a 9, you will move forward because bullies always think that they are the winners. They are better than anybody else. So then I'm going to change to 70. Okay, and very important, the back always change to zeros, rounding off. So it doesn't matter if it goes back to 60 with a baby or on to 70 with a bully, the digits behind the one that I rounded off will always turn to a 0. Let me explain one more time this method, and then I just want to show you quickly some exceptions that we sometimes get. Of course, you might bump into those. If I have 249 and I ask you round off to the nearest tens. First step, which one is my 10 and circle it. Second step, underline the one behind. Now I'm focusing on the one behind. Is it a baby? Okay. No, this one is bigger. So is he a bully? Yes, he's bigger than 5. So he's going to tell that 4, hey, you grow up. You need to make it bigger. But can you see the 2? I had the 2 in my number, the hundreds. So I have to put it back into my answer. Don't skip it. And then lastly, remember my 0. If I say round off to the nearest 100, oh, this is now getting very messy. If I say round off to the nearest 100, you follow exactly the same method. If I say round off to the nearest 100, first step, which one is my 100? Again, you have to know which is which. Circle that one. Second step, which one is going to help me? Just behind him and underline it. Not that one, just behind. This guy is still coming. This guy is behind me, so he's going to stop and help me. Thirdly, now zoom in on the underlined digit. Is he a baby? No. Is he a bully? Yes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's going to say to 3, come on, grow up. 4. And now, because I did my rounding off, doesn't matter smaller or bigger, the digits at the back change to zeros. Okay, second last one. I know, I am sure you guys are getting it now, but I really need to show you 2 more. If I have 2083, for instance, I ask you, round off to the nearest 100. Again, units, tens, hundreds, and thousands. Firstly, which one is my 100? Is that one? Circle it. Secondly, which one is helping me? There. But before I carry on, you guys might say, wait a minute, 0. I don't have any hundreds. Guys, 0 is also a digit. Go through the step. 0 is my 100. Circle it. Underline the one behind. Thirdly, is it a baby? No. Is it a bully? Yes. So, man up and become a 1. And backwards, I'm changing to zeros. And our 1000 is just carrying along. I hope it makes sense, guys. Lastly, and if I'm going too quick, you can always go back and watch the video again or pause it and try it yourself. Okay, last one I want to show you quickly is what if I've got something like this? And I ask you round off to the nearest 10. Okay, follow exactly the same method. First question, which one is my tens? Circle it. Second one, which one is going to help? The 9. Thirdly, zoom in on this one. Is this one a baby? No. Is he a bully? Yes. Because he's a bully, he's going to change 1 up. Now, this is now the problem. If 9 needs to go up, a bigger one, he's going to change to 10. But can you see we can't have 2 digits in the same column? If I'm working with tens, remember without adding and subtracting, there may only be 1 digit. So only the 0 are allowed to be there. So the 9, the bully is telling the 9, change to 10, but this is almost like a little addition sum. Can you guys see that? So be careful for something like this. You won't meet many of these, but be careful and follow the rules of the baby and the bully. And also, I think, now I can't remember the sentence now. It's, you will see it's something with a 5 to 9, climb up the vine. 4 or less, let it rest or something like that. Have a look at the second page, and it's also a different method. So you will see after this, go and watch the 2 videos that I've posted from YouTube. They use different pictures and construction workers and things, It's all ways to help you, and each one of you will definitely find a method that will be easy for you to do, and then you can start doing your work. I'm super proud of you guys, and keep on trying your best, and we'll see you later.